Who was Katie Wheeler? To answer that, we go back to a time when Irvine was not yet a city, but a vast 110,000-acre working agricultural ranch. Catherine Katie Anita Irvine Wheeler was born on February 27, 1920, in the Irvine family ranch house. Her parents were Catherine Helena Irvine Lillard and Frank Lillard, married just 1 year earlier in 1919. Just 4 days after Katie was born, her mother died of Spanish flu, coupled with possible complications of childbirth. Katie would grow up without her mother, but not without family. She was the eldest granddaughter of James Irvine II, known as J.I., founder of the Irvine Company. He raised her on the Irvine Ranch and at the family home in San Francisco. He taught her to ride horseback, and together they explored the open land. On one of those rides, Katie noticed a large rock formation that she thought resembled a turtle. Her grandfather agreed, and from that moment on, it had a name, Turtle Rock. As a teenager, Katie met Charles Stetson Wheeler III. They married in 1941 and built a life deeply connected to ranch operations in both California and Montana. Charles would go on to serve as corporate secretary of the Irvine Company and oversee cattle operations not only on the Irvine Ranch, but also at the family's vast Flying D Ranch in Montana. He came from a distinguished California family with deep roots in land development and civic leadership. But Katie's legacy extended far beyond ranch life. In 1950, she joined the board of the James Irvine Foundation, the philanthropic organization her grandfather had established to serve the people of California. For 40 years, longer than any other director, she helped shape the foundation's support of education, the arts, and community institutions across the state. She also quietly invested in the civic life of Orange County, supporting organizations including Pacific Symphony, South Coast Repertory, the Santa Ana Assistance League, programs supporting battered women, and other charitable causes. Together, Katie and Charlie raised 3 children, later welcoming grandchildren who carried forward the Wheeler legacy. Charlie Wheeler passed away in 1993. For another decade, Katie remained a steady presence in civic and philanthropic life, witnessing the Irvine Ranch's transformation into a modern enterprise and university community. From approximately 1950 until her death in 2003, she and her family lived in the historic home at the foot of Avocado Avenue in Corona del Mar, overlooking the Newport Harbor Jetty, that in 1930 was built by James Irvine II for his new wife, Catherine Brown White. Meanwhile, the ranch house where she was born did not remain a private family residence. Over time, it became home to the Irvine Company's Architecture and Planning Department, as well as early administrative offices for the newly established University of California, Irvine. By that point, the aging structure was carrying far more electrical demand than it had ever been designed to support. In 1965, the overloaded system sparked a fire that severely damaged the building. Although much of the structure initially remained standing, it was ultimately demolished. But the story of that house did not end there. Before demolition, detailed architectural as-built drawings were commissioned, preserving every nuance of the original design. Years later, when Orange County planned to build a public library on that historic site, those drawings made reconstruction possible. With support from the James Irvine Foundation, including a $1 million contribution made in honor of Katie's decades of service, the ranch house was reconstructed to reflect its original design, not only in its exterior appearance, but in key interior elements as well, including fireplaces, window design, stairways, room layout, and molding details. Even small details were carefully restored. The underside of the porte cochere was painted light blue, just as it had been during Katie's childhood. Why light blue? Because flies associated with horse-drawn carriages avoided it, keeping them away from the front door. On October 4, 2003, Katie Wheeler passed away at the age of 83. Today, the Katie Wheeler Library stands within Irvine Ranch Historic Park, not simply as a public library, but as a carefully crafted tribute to the home where she was born and to the woman whose life bridged Irvine's ranching past and its civic future.